up the floor for Dallas.
They ought to sing happy birthday.
Take it away, Coach.
Happy birthday to... Well, I'm all by myself.
I'm going to sing happy birthday as you walk off. Head to the locker room. Happy birthday to you.
Fox Sports Southwest.
You think as old as you are, you would be used to this.
Man, you're right.
Happy birthday to... Okay, I'll spare you the rest of it.
You're watching MAVS Insider.
Well, hello and welcome to another edition of MAVS Insider. Ali D and Ro Parrish here hanging out with some great MAVS fans we found. And plus, JJ Barea is with us. It's JJ Barea bobblehead night.
You gotta love bobblehead night. Hey, the Mavs, they've been playing all types of beasts from the East. And you know what? Even a playoff preview, maybe.
Ooh, let's check it out on the opening tip, shall we? Yeah!
It may not feel like the first day of spring, but it is springtime, and that means important basketball. Like tonight, the Mavericks of the Boston Celtics here on TXA 21. Perkins loses the handle line. Kid with a baseball pass up ahead. Marion breaks free and scores again.
When you get Boston thinking about having to get back on defense, he's struggling offensively, but defensively, he's in time.
And posterization by Butler. And a season-high 5 steals. A drive by Butler and a block by Kendrick Perkins. Celtics have their biggest lead. 102-93 will be the final. Boston forces a turnover, sort of a microcosm of the night. And the Mavericks don't foul, and the Celtics will hit win number 45 in the year. As the sun sets on the bayou.
Tough week for the Mavs, huh, JJ Barea?
Yeah, it was tough. But you know, we have plenty of fun things coming up on Mavs Insider. In fact, here's Dana Larson with a preview.
Thanks, guys. Still to come on Mavs Insider, CARON Butler helps dedicate a new basketball court for the Henry Wade Juvenile Detention Center. Deshaun Stevenson is a walking art exhibit, and he takes us on a tat tour. Roe takes a stroll down memory lane with some March Madness vets.
And it was a Cinderella story.
And Eric Dampier made an appearance at Hoops Camp. Much more Mavs Insider with Ali and Roe after this.
Go.
You're first.
I thought you were first.
No, you say thanks, Dana.
Mavs Insider is brought to you by Aaron's. Everyone's a lucky dog at Aaron's.
Welcome back to MAVS Insider.
Now, if you're familiar with this show, you know a lot about Caron Butler's story.
That's right. As a youth, he was arrested, sent to a corrections facility, but when he got out, he used all of his talent in basketball to take him all the way to the top.
Ali, you're absolutely right. Now, those kids in the correctional facility, he's now a role model. In fact, for some more on the story, let's go to John Radigan.
Troubled teens often hear secondhand stories about professional athletes overcoming childhood adversity to succeed in life.
I'm 30 years old. When I was in my teens, at the age of 14 and 15, I had a lot of run-ins with the law.
But nothing has a more profound impact than hearing it from the athlete himself. That's why Caron Butler was the perfect choice to help the Mavs dedicate a basketball court to the Henry Wade Juvenile Detention Center. After the speeches were finished, Butler stepped to the free throw line under watchful eyes to christen the court. Proving we could all use a second chance. For Mavs Insider, I'm John Radigan.
Thanks, John, out here chilling at the party in the AT&T Plaza. But let's go inside because Ali is with Dalia.
All right, well, I got to hang out today with Miss Dalia, and I'm very excited because Dalia is a veteran on this team. Mavs fans definitely know her. So tell me, how long have you been on the team now?
This is my 6th year on the team, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
All right, so what made you decide to try out to be a Mavs dancer many moons ago?
I would definitely say many moons ago, I definitely tried out to be a Mavs dancer because I love to dance. I've always enjoyed dancing, even at the age of 5. And I just like being around the fans and the crowd. And of course, we love to get out there and shake it. So.
All right, so I would say after 6 years, the girls definitely know you pretty well. Is there anything they don't know about you?
Even though the girls may know me pretty well, I think they don't know that I was a mascot for Sam Houston State.
No way. How was that?
It was definitely a great experience. I loved mascotting. I really thought it really fit my personality. So I just tried it out one day and I made it. And it was so much fun. I got to do my own costumes. I got to beat up people. Of course, not something I like to do, but it was fun. It was really fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, how is that different from being, let's say, a dancer on court?
Definitely being a mascot is definitely different being a dancer on court, because the energy that you put out for a mascot, it's more like an inside kind of thing, even though it's lots of personality, but it's definitely more energy when you're out here performing in front of all these fans.
All right, well, thank you, Miss D'Elia. We're so excited we got to meet you. I know the fans love her. So more Mavs Insider after this. Stick around.
Thanks, Sally. Still to come, what do some of the Mavs remember most about their NCAA tournament experiences?
Going to 2 Final Fours, just enjoying the ride there with all my teammates.
Roe went looking for answers. That's next on Mavs Insider.
Mavs Insider is brought to you by Whataburger. Just like you like it.
WhenTheGuy.com for more information.
Welcome back to Mavs Insider. Roe, this is your feature. Do you want to lead to it?
Yeah, sure, why not? I talked to some of the guys about their favorite March Madness moments in the NCAA tournament. Let's go in the Rose Room. March Madness is going down. Of course, you were a participant at one good time. So what's your favorite March Madness memory?
My favorite March Madness memory got to be going to 2 Final Fours. Just enjoying the ride there with all my teammates. Played with a lot of good guys, Vince Carter, Antoine Jameson, and we just had a good time getting there, even though we didn't win.
Is there any special one that you recall watching? I mean, is there anything you were sitting up like, man, I'm never gonna forget this?
I mean, yeah, you can go back to the Rebels, you know what I'm saying, Rebels and Duke.
I just can't forget the Christian Laettner shot against Kentucky. You know, it was just unbelievable. It was in Philly, at the Spectrum, you know, growing up there, and just never forget that shot. Unbelievable.
Probably Chris Webber calling that timeout to seal the deal for the national championship.
James Worthy. We was from the same hometown, went to the same high school. To see him play in the NCAA tournament against Sleepy Floor, who's from our hometown, who played with Georgetown.
Beating my boy Jet. I finished off his career at Arizona, you know, and asked him if you remember.
I was fortunate back in 1984 to be a participant, and we were at University of Virginia. Ralph Sampson had graduated the previous year, and it was a Cinderella story. And we barely got into the tournament. We got hot, and we made it to the Final Four in Seattle that year. So when we won the game against Indiana, which was in the Omni at Atlanta, to go to the Final Four, that was one of the great moments ever in my basketball career.
We're still the only 16th seed to take a 1 in the overtime. My sophomore year at Murray State, we were 16th, and we played Michigan State when Steve Smith was a senior. They were Big Ten champions, and they beat us in overtime. So that's my story. It's kind of my coming out party at 37-11 in the tournament.
We were on the floor, piled up, you know, hugging each other. And then when I was cutting down the net, I actually took the scissors and actually cut a slot between my fingers, and had to get stitches. So I wasn't at exactly peak full strength for the Final Four game.
So that's called taking one for the team.
In a matter of speaking, sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Rose.
You've probably seen Deshaun Stevenson's tattoos.
But you know what? You don't know the inside scoop on them.
But lucky for us, Emily Jones is taking us on a tattooer. Get it?
Got it.
Let's check it out.
You know, for Asana, you know, just trying to bring that toughness and working hard, and you know, we got everything else. And I think if we get that aspect of the game, you know, we're gonna be a tough team to stop.
Deshaun, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for the tat tour. I appreciate it. And I must say, such a sweet guy. Such a sweet guy. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. Good stuff.
Yes, that $5 tattoo is one of the best in the league.
Very, very nice,
You like
Ro.
that?
Yes, nice. Do you have any tattoos?
Sorry. Zero.
Well, that is it for this edition of Mavs Insider. For me, Allie D, for Ro Parrish, we have got to get inside. The game is almost starting. The tension is building here.
Allie, let's go.
All right. See you next time. We always do the darky walk.